Obergefell versus Hodges is the United States Supreme Court case that said in a 5-4 decision that same-sex marriage is legal in all 50 states. Now, Kim Davis, former county clerk in Kentucky, is asking that Obergefell be overruled. How is she doing that? Let's take a look. You can't just go to the Supreme Court and ask that a prior ruling be overruled. You need to have something pending before the court, and she is requesting that the court take her case. What's her case about? Well, she was sued by two people who were denied by her a marriage license. They ultimately got it from somebody else. This was a same-sex couple, and they won a case for $100,000 plus $260,000 in attorney's fees. Hodges has several theories why she should actually win and that case should be overturned, including whether Obergefell versus Hodges should be overruled. Apparently, her theory is that if Obergefell was never the law, that she wouldn't have been sued for denying a same-sex marriage certificate because the law in Kentucky at the time was no marriage certificates for same-sex couples. She has a variety of problems in that regard, but one of them is stated right in her own petition. After the court announced its decision in Obergefell, the Kentucky governor issued a directive to all Kentucky county clerks to, quote, recognize as valid all same-sex marriages performed in other states and in Kentucky. Further, the governor said that Kentucky must license and recognize the marriages of same-sex couples and ordered the creation and distribution of new marriage license forms to accommodate same-sex couples. So the law in Kentucky was that same-sex couples get marriage licenses. Yeah, it was because of Obergefell, but that was then made the law of Kentucky. Overturning Obergefell today would have no effect on that. That was still the law in Kentucky, and she decided not to comply with it, supposedly because of her religious beliefs. Which I think, by the way, is a BS argument. If her religious belief was that she should not issue certificates of marriage to interracial couples, would that be okay? I sure as hell hope not. In any event, any one of many things could happen. The court could just deny this case altogether, which is the most likely. They could agree to take it, but not certify whether Obergefell was wrongly decided as one of the questions presented that the court would consider. This is not a good case to overrule Obergefell because overruling it wouldn't have an effect on her case, as I already explained. Another is that they could actually take the case and agree to reconsider Obergefell, even though this is a lousy case to do it. Would they? I don't think so. Would Thomas and Alito vote to take it? Yeah, probably. But the others? I'm not so sure. Even Roberts, who dissented in Obergefell. So yeah, it seems interesting that there's a pending writ for cert in front of the Supreme Court, a case they don't have to take. 4 justices would have to agree to do so. But I don't think this is going to go anywhere. We'll see if it does. We'll check back later once the court starts deciding which cases to take for the next term.